Okay, so welcome back here at DC Engineering Tutorials. So ngayon pag-uusapan natin itong geologic history, no? Or yung geologic sequence. Okay. Sige. So to decipher the geologic history from a map or a cross-section, so we must determine the age, no, of rock units and the geologic structures, no? So to determine itong age, no? So age can be absolute, no? Where a certain number represents the age of the rock. So yun yung alam mo talaga, no? Like uh, with special instruments, no? So malalaman natin kung ano talaga yung edad ng bato na yan, no? Okay? So that's absolute, no? So kumbaga, absolute age are determined by the number of different methods that typically involve measurement of the radioactive isotopes in certain minerals. So yun yung absolute, no? Like you're certain, no? Na yan talaga yung edad niya, no? Okay? Uh, yung age then, no, nung rocks can also be relative, no? So the number of age is not determined, only the relative order of age. Okay? Yan, yung order ng age. Yun yung pag-uusapan natin, yung geologic sequence, no? So relative age dating principle yung gagamitin natin dito. Where we don't need necessary equipment for that, we just need to understand yung mga different layers of rocks. Okay. So, sabihin na, ano yung relative age dating principles, no? So, we have first the superposition, the original horizontality, the cross-cutting relation, and the inclusion. Okay? So, susi, no? Susi. So, ito yung magiging susi, no? Para alam natin ano yung edad ng mga bato natin. Okay? Susi. And easy. Okay, superposition. So, sedimentary and volcanic layers are originally deposited at the surface on top of one another so that the rocks on the bottom of the sequence are always the older than those at the top of the sequence. So, yun, no? So, yun yung law of superposition. Okay? Yung bottom, yun yung old. Okay? So, kumbaga, if we take a look at this terrain, no? Yan. So, parang ganito yan, no? We have this 1, no? 2, 3, 4, ibang layer yan, then 5, no? So, yung 5, makikita mo, hindi siya flat, no? So, medyo, ano siya, uh, yung uneven, no? So, meaning it undergoes conformities, no? Or yung tinatawag nating erosion. Okay. So, ito siya, this layer 1, yung bottom, that represents the pebbly sandstone. Yung 2 represents the fine-grained sandstone. 3 represents the mudstone. 4 represents the muddy limestone. And the last one represents the limestone. Okay. So ngayon, so we arrange, no, itong layers, no, of rocks from oldest to youngest. So makikita natin, no, by law of superposition na kung sino yung nasa ilalim, yun yung pinaka-old, no. So kumbaga, yung sequence nito, yung older is yung 1, followed by 2, followed by 3, followed by 4, then followed by 5. 5 is the youngest, yung pinakabago. Okay? So yan yung geologic sequence nito. Okay, so yung kinaganda nito, malalaman mo kung paano na-form yung rock na yan. Ha? So parang under din to sa structural geology. Ha? Okay, so it starts from pebbly sandstone to fine-grained sandstone, mudstone, muddy limestone, then the last one is the limestone. Okay? So, ito yung tinatawag natin na law of superposition. Kung sino yung nasa bottom, yun yung pinaka-oldest. So, example of that, actual example of that is yung ito. So, makikita mo dito yung pinaka nasa ilalim, yung red wall limestone, followed by PS, which is the Supay group, followed by the PH, which is the Hermit Formation, the PC, which is the Coconino sandstone, then the PT, which is the Turuwip Formation. So, ito yan, law of superposition. Okay, from oldest to youngest. Yan. Okay. Another relative age dating principle, itong tinatawag natin na original horizontality. No? So, sedimentary and volcanic units are also typically deposited on Earth's surfaces in horizontal or nearly horizontal layers. So, thus, if these rocks are tilted or dipping, then the layers must have been disturbed by fault rotation or folding sometime after the rocks were deposited. So, kumbaga, pag may fault, no? May fold and fault, nagtitilt yung nag-upright din nagtitilt, no? So, pag ganun, that is another geologic event, no? Kasi originally, yung layer of rock should be horizontal, no? So, pag nag-tilt yan, no, due to fault, no, nag-earthquake, no, so nag-faulting or nag-fold, no? So, meaning another geologic event yan, no? So, parang ganito, no? So, say, meron tayong 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 layers. So, parang ganito yan. Yan. So, the first layer, again, that is pebbly sandstone. The second layer is the fine-grained sandstone. The third layer is the mudstone. The fourth layer is the muddy limestone. The fifth layer is limestone, dolomite, and then the last one is the cherty limestone. Ayan. So, if we rearrange this one, no? So, parang ganito, no? So, makikita mo, na naka-tilt, no? So, originally, dapat horizontal yan, no? So, if we arrange this one from oldest to youngest, so, we start with 1, no? And then, followed by 2, followed by 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 7. So, 7 is the youngest. Okay? So, yun yung magiging geologic sequence niya. Okay, klaro? Okay, another relative age dating principle is yung tinatawag natin na cross-cutting relation. Where a fault cuts across other rock layers, the fault is younger than the layers it cuts. Additionally, where an igneous intrusion cuts across or bakes other rock units, the intrusion is younger than the unit it cuts across or bake. No? So, kumbaga, may faulting na nangyayari dito, kaya na cross-cut niya. No? So, pag yung layer na cut yan, so meaning yung fault na yun is younger than those layers na kinat niya. No? So, for example, may layer ka, then may cutting. So, yung fault bago yun. No? So, mas younger yun. Yung layer matanda na yan. No? So, parang ganito. No? Yan. So, makikita mo may cutting dito. Yan. Kinat yan. So, meaning, itong mga layers na to, dati yan. No? So, bago lang yung faulting na nangyari. Okay? So, yun dito sa taas, yung walang cutting. No? So, bago lang din yan. Okay? So, in other words, the older rocks need to exist before they can be faulted, intruded, or baked. No? So, parang ganito. No? So, kumbaga, makikita mo dito na itong fault, no? Mas bago to compare dito sa layer 3, 2, tsaka 1. No? Kasi, yung kinat niyang layers, itong 1, 2, and 3. No? So, dati na to, no? Bago yung fault. Dito naman, makikita mo itong layer 1, 2, 3, tsaka 5. So bago lang din to before nangyari yung inclusion, no? Yung may magma, no? Na tataas, no? So makikita mo itong mga ganito, no? Ito yung mga tinatawag nating inclusion. So mas older 'yan, no? Before magma intrusion, no? So bagong geological event itong magma intrusion, no? Parang ganun. So since mainit 'yan, so meaning yung party dito na bibake yan, no? So we call that one as bake zone. No? Okay? So, ito yung faulted, yan. Intruded, yan yan, ha? And then bake, ito yung sa gilid. Okay? Ayan. So, yung pinaka-younger, itong layer 7. Okay? Yung layer 7. So, pwede natin, no? Gawan ng geologic sequence, no? So, kumbaga, we start again from the oldest. So, we start from this layer 1, no? Followed by 2, no? Layer 2. followed by layer 3, no? Then after layer 3, so nag-fault, no? So may fault na nangyari, yun yung number 4. Then after fault, nag-deposit ulit, no? Yung layer 5, no? Ayan. Ayan. Okay? So pagka layer 5, makita mo merong magma intrusion, no? So yun yung number 6, no? Yung number 6 is the magma intrusion. And then last one is yung 7, no? So yung 7 is the youngest. And then nag-erosion yun. Okay, kasi uneven yung ground surfaces dito. So yun naman yung cross-cutting. Okay, then we have also the inclusion. No? So yun na yung kanina, yung pinakita ko. No? So a rock that contains inclusion or pieces of another rock is younger than its inclusions. So in other words, the inclusion must have formed first in order for them to be included within the host rock. So the inclusions are older than their host rock. So yun naman yung inclusion. Yung pinakita ko kanina, yung ito. These are inclusions. No? So dapat mauna muna sila, no? Before yung ito. Okay? So example of that is yung ganito, no? So makikita mo na ito, we have this amphibolite, yan. And we have this granodiorite, no? Ayan, so makikita mo yung inclusion itong mga amphibolite, no? So meaning bago yung amphibolite, no? I mean old na yung amphibolite bago itong granodiorite, no? Okay? So all itong mga inclusion, bagong event itong new event, no? Parang younger event itong mga magma intrusion. So, amphibolite is older than the granodiorite. Okay. So, ito yung tinatawag natin ng mga inclusion. So, dapat nag-exist muna sila, no? Before maging ganito, no? Granodiorite is an igneous rock, no? So, kumbaga magma yan na nag-cool off, no? So, we have also this one. We have the limestone and yung ito, we have the sedimentary breccia, no? So, makikita mo na yung limestone is older, no? Kasi dati nang-existing yan, eh, no? So, bago lang itong magma inclusion, itong nakagawa ng sedimentary breccia or through sedimentary pala to. So, through deposit niya. So old na yung limestone bago itong sedimentary breccia, no? So, kumbaga na-feel, no? Ng mga deposit itong dito banda. Okay? So, we have also the amphibolite, then we have the granite, no? So, again, very obvious na yung amphibolite is older than the granite. So, yan yung law of inclusions, no? Okay, let's talk about unconformities. So, yung unconformities naman are contacts between the adjacent rock units that are significantly different in age, no? So, it's something related to erosion, no? So, we have three distinct types of unconformities. The first one is the angular unconformity. The second one is the nonconformity. And the third one is the disconformity. So, ano-ano yan, no? So, let's talk about the angular unconformity. So, for the angular unconformity, so, ito yan, no? Ito siya. Angular unconformity. So, pag magkaiba yung orientation ng different layers na to, meaning angular unconformity yan. So, the layered rocks above and below the unconformity are at angle to each other, no? So, like, iba yung angle dito, iba yung angle nito. So, yung field relation showing an angular unconformity in the Grand Canyon, view to the north from desert view of the basalt cliff, angular unconformity formed by relatively flat-lying Cambrian sedimentary rock and a gently tilted Proterozoic rocks. No? So, makikita mo dito, ito siya naka-flat, then yung iba naman naka-tilt. No? So, pag ganun, meaning that is in angular unconformity yung nangyayari. For the non-conformity naman, plutonic or metamorphic below the unconformity, sedimentary or volcanic rock above. No? So, ganun. No? So, makikita mo pag may volcanic, igneous ka or sedimentary rock, then sa baba din plutonic, igneous or metamorphic rock. This one is non-conformity, no? Kasi pareho sila eh. No? Ayan. Parehong igneous, no? So, ganun. No? Okay. So, a non-conformity, example of that is a non-conformity at the Colorado River, 119.5 mile in the Grand Canyon near the Blacktail Canyon. So the layered sedimentary rocks of the Cambrian Tappet sandstone overlie the purplish gray Paleoproterozoic metamorphic rock of the Brahmases to form this nonconformity, also known as the Great Unconformity. So the unconformity here spans the period between 1750 MA and 520 MA. So that's 1,230 million years. So this is one example of the non-conformity. No? Parang nafe-feel niya lang. No? Nafe-feel out niya lang. Okay. Next is the disconformity. Yung disconformity naman, ganito. No? So we have this sedimentary rocks din dito. So disconformity yan. So the layer of sedimentary rocks above and below the unconformity are parallel to each other, meaning disconformity yan. Okay, so makikita mo, ano siya, parallel silang dalawa. Hindi naka-angle, no? Hindi naka-tilt, disconformity yan. Okay, so field relation showing a disconformity in the Grand Canyon view is to the northeast from the Yapabay Point towards the Onel Bat. So ayan, so makikita mo yung layer na to tsaka yung layer na to, lahat yan naka-parallel na. So meaning ano yun, disconformity. Okay? So in the next video, we will have more example on geologic sequence. So see you in the next video. Thank you.